moving on to 19th, that is the last presentation of the day. It's on parametric insurance powered by SecuRisk, interestingly titled as When Seconds Matter. We have Sarathy, Head of International WRMS Global here to do the presentation. Sarathy has built multiple solutions in the past, has been quite active across the globe. In his last role, he worked with MIC Global, built solutions at large scale with a strong focus on resilience. So over to you, Sarathy.
Good evening. I have some good news, bad news, and then some good news. The good news is I now have 20 minutes, but I'll try not to occupy the full 20 minutes because I'm conscious it's the last session of the day. The bad news is something that I will try and get loaded on screen. Okay. So just by a quick show of hands from the audience here, is anyone from Andhra Pradesh or Telangana? Yes, sir. Did your name, sir? Sorry? Revant. Revant, was there any interesting climate or weather activity in Andhra Pradesh this week? Cyclone Mantha. And it's something that was very interesting for me personally and professionally. So personally, I'm based in Chennai, not too far away. And as you know, the cyclone took a last-minute diversion or detour from Chennai. And fortunately for me, unfortunately for you, I'm lucky to be here. I don't know how you made it, but good to see you here as well, Revant. So the business that we are in and the company that we're in, I'll start off with an introduction whilst we are loading the slides, is in the business of climate insurance, right? So Cyclone Mantha happened 2 days ago, wreaked havoc across Andhra Pradesh and parts of the eastern coast. At the same time, almost at the identical same time, in the other part of the world, in Jamaica, Hurricane Melissa wreaked havoc, rearranging furniture across various homes. The most destructive hurricane ever recorded in Jamaica. And it's funny how this is happening, or not so funny how this is happening in different parts of the globe. And yet what's similar is climate change is happening so rapidly, but our insurance systems are unable to keep up the pace, right? So the weather is acting in minutes and hours, whereas our insurance systems take weeks and months to respond. And it's on the basis of that question that we developed what we think is the answer in SecuRisk. Before I touch upon what SecuRisk is and who we are, I'll touch upon one of the fundamental elements of the problem, which is the existing traditional insurance. It's built on assessment. It's built on being able to go verify something and then assess how much you price it, how much the loss is, and then pay out, which would work fine if it's a vehicle that you can go into your garage and check out. But if there's a flood that's wreaked havoc across parts of Andhra Pradesh, the time it takes to go on site and to verify after such a calamity is something that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of costs, and that's something that people on the ground don't have the time or the patience for. And that's in part what parametric insurance was meant to address, right? Parametric insurance is simple trigger-based insurance. You select the weather variable, you select how much you want to pay out, and then you have an insurance product. But it hasn't scaled, right? It sounds like an excellent product or excellent promise, but it hasn't scaled due to various problems. One, and the biggest one, is the data. So climate and weather data is largely unstructured, unreliable, and in the cases where it is available, you can't make sense of it, right? So we think we've fixed this problem, and the reason we think we've fixed it is not something that's an instant fix. We've been doing this for the last 20 years. Founded in 2003, we worked our way through various insurance programs across the years. And you'll notice on the bottom right, in 2023, that's when we pivoted we developed and invested into our tech stack called SecuRisk. Off the back of it, we've been happy and proud to receive many recognitions, awards, and support, including last year Insurtech Solution of the Year across various platforms. We're thankful to Insurtech Association for their support. So what is SecuRisk? So SecuRisk is built on 4 fundamental pillars. The first is the data lake, aggregating over 30 million data points on a daily basis. So this is pin code hyper-local data across 30 countries. Includes various weather variables, wind speed, rainfall, temperature, humidity, and the like. This is all data validated, sensed, and then fed into our algorithm. You have, in addition to that, 3 key pillars. One is a front insurer-facing platform that enables underwriting and claims, a distributor-facing platform that enables rapid product purchase and monitoring of their portfolio, and then finally reinsurance capacity off the back of it to enable all of this to be instant. So this is the data lake, over 30 million data points validated, fed into our algorithm. We're one of these suppliers and vendors for India's YesTech yield estimation technology program that uses AI and ML to assess yields using synthetic yield data. So we have a few slides that will walk you through the platform, but rather than screenshots, if we can dive into what I promise will be a very quick demo of the platform, right? And Revant, this might be particularly interesting for you. So, immediately after an event, someone comes, my location's at risk. I now realize the risk. I want to insure. So select a cyclone product. You can go jump to the platform, select your cover duration, which country. We have 30 countries right now. West Bengal. No, we are in Andhra Pradesh, Revant, so we're going with Andhra. Selecting a block there that might be relevant in terms of the district. And then a sum insured. 10,000 might be a bit low for you, Revant, but when you revise this, we'll up this out. You can then select what data sets you want, which data source you want. We have over 5 data sets for cyclones, including Joint Typhoon Warning Center and the US agencies. Select your data range. Now you can select over here what we call a cat in a circle, the distance from the cyclone that you want to protect yourself against. So we're going with 100 kilometers. We're doing a tiered payout, right? We don't want a binary payout. We want to try and give an incremental payout based on how severe or not severe the cyclone is. So we've set a threshold of 50 kilometers, and then Revant feels that's too small. I want a 100-kilometer radius covered for myself. And so we've changed that. And then what we're doing now is setting for the 100-kilometer radius. We will set what we call is the threshold, the wind speed, right? So that's the severity of the event in addition to the distance. And we're jumping and putting in different wind speeds, and then quickly trying to price the product. So you'd load any fees or admin or cat loads or volatility loads. This is accepted by reinsurers globally, and instantly you would have a term sheet generated. You can then look at the historical index for this term sheet, look at all the previous 30 years, what the payoff would have been on a year-by-year basis. And then try and make as much sense of it as you can. And this is the part that gets really interesting, not just for insurers, but for clients as well, to see what the historical payout of this product would have been for them. So you have the previous events that would be captured under this product. You can go and have a map view. You can try and sort by the severity of the events, see where exactly this would have occurred. And using this, you can then engage with the client to try and play around with, okay, so this is the previous events that have occurred. You had Cyclone Helen. Now, what if I increase the distance? What other events would have captured? And how can I make this relevant for me? So there's a lot of now configuring and real-time engagement you can do with the client off the back of this data lake that enables, this rapid iterations of product. So now you see, by increasing the distance, you have Lehar also brought into the picture, and you can have an engaging experience, build the right product for the right client at the right time. With this, we can go to the next video. So once you have a term sheet done, right, this is the part that gets really interesting for clients is, okay, I have my product now. I would like to understand what's happening on a regular basis, right? You have a cyclone cover, you have something designed. I don't want to engage you only when there's a severe event, but how can I make this insurance product something that is relatable on a more regular basis? So I would walk you through an example we have outside of India, now in the Philippines with Bayer, the agri-input company. And with Bayer, we have bundled insurance along with seed packets. So each seed packet, depending on the location, depending on the time of purchase, has a unique insurance product. So this is for Bayer's portfolio in the Philippines. You can log in, see, select a particular province, look at the location on the map, see the sum insured, the premium. You can filter out by any sort of product or location or sum insured or peril that you're covering, and then quickly dive into the individual term sheets in terms of what's being covered, what's the sum insured. Remember, this is bundled with each transaction, so you have over 1 million transactions now with the seed packets that are sold. So that's a quick snapshot of the demo. I will run very quickly through a couple of case studies. Back to the presentation if you can, sir. Next slide. Okay. So in this, we have a blockchain mechanism that enables the tracking and registering of all these weather data and triggers. You're enabled to automatically suggest thresholds depending on the client's premium budget and desired risk exposure. Just three case studies. So I'll start with one in the Pacific Islands. We started in Fiji. We're now in over 6 countries in the Pacific Islands alone, covering cyclone and rainfall. We have bundled this with various cooperatives and integrated with mobile payout. So the moment a cyclone happens, within 2 days, a payout is made to the mobile wallet. And we have fantastic partners in local carriers, the Reserve Bank of Fiji, SCOR, the reinsurer, and Pacific Re, the local reinsurer as well. A bit further away, now moving from the Pacific to Africa, in Rwanda for tea cooperatives, tea has been an industry that struggled to get relevant insurance cover, and what we developed for them was a synthetic yield-based cover based on our modeling through the platform, identified different variables including remote sensed and weather data, created a synthetic model. And the beauty here is what we tried to do is make this frictionless. So how this works in Rwanda and in many parts of the globe as well, in India as well, is when you have a tea farm or tea estate, you have pickings that are done maybe 2-3 times a month. And based on the collection that you have in that month, the tea factory then gives you a monthly cash flow or revenue. So what we did is mimic that existing monthly journey so that at the end of each month, there's an automatic assessment of the yield production for that particular location. And if there is a shortfall, a payout is automatically triggered, goes with their monthly cash flow as well. And this is a model that has since scaled to Guyana with UPL. And what we've done here is we sensed an issue with the weather data. So not everyone is accepting of satellite data or remote sense data as the source of truth, and rightly so. Right? For you and me here, it might be something that we understand, but for a farmer in somewhere who is experiencing insurance for the first time, trying to throw out a satellite data source as the basis for settlement might be something that doesn't quite fly. And so what we try to do is leverage the local weather stations, and the weather stations data is published in newspapers, so it is a more acceptable data source. There is a lot of data crunching involved. We found certain issues, and so we supplemented this with deploying automatic weather stations that we also manufacture in-house as part of our organization. Other use cases, we have since grown from just agriculture weather insurance cover to covering renewable energy. This is the first renewable energy program we've done in Indonesia. We're covering coal. Now we've built solutions for hydro and for solar as well. This is being positioned as business interruption cover based on weather shocks or weather perils. So it's either loss in revenue, or it's downtime, or it's any penalties due to non-performance that are addressed through the parametric insurance contract. So this is a new space for us. We're getting a lot of interest. We're trying to develop case studies for India, especially for rooftop solar, where there's emerging interests. In Bangladesh, we have since gone from micro and meso into macro. We have designed through the platform the country's first sovereign level insurance cover for the Jamuna River in Bangladesh. This is a pretty complex model. It required a bit of bespoke design in addition to the platform. And I'll land with this final case study. This is stretching, at least for me, the realms of insurance. So insurance that pays out before the event occurs. And in the Pacific Islands, we've launched the first Ex-Ante insurance cover, forecast-based insurance cover. So if the cyclone is forecast to enter into your particular territory at a certain category, a payout is made 48 hours before the event occurs. And this sort of relief is helpful, especially for vulnerable communities with that emergency cash flow to help mitigate the risk. And I think for insurers, this is a much better way to engage with the client and also mitigate the impact of the risk and protect their bottom lines as well. So this is a product that is getting increasingly positive reception all around, especially as part of anticipatory action programs. And this is a program that if the regulators are happy with, we'll be happy to scale in different parts of the globe. This is our team, but this is maybe a bit of the beauty and the brawn. There's a lot of brains behind the scenes here. We have over 100 staff with different skill sets across meteorology, agriculture, technology, and insurance that have helped us scale. So on the right, on your right, is where we are today. On the blue section is where we've been over the last 20 years. On the green section is what we've done in the last year and a half through the SecuRisk platform. Early days, we've had some fantastic partners across this period, and we're thankful for their support. We'd be glad to hear any ideas, interest, or feedback you have as we start in this early days of our new journey with SecuRisk, and with that, hopefully creating safer futures and smarter financing solutions. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's been the last day, and wish you a great rest of the day and the week ahead. Thank you.